We often are tuned, we often think that ideas are born in fancy places, institutions, big halls. But we sometimes don't realize that with a small thing, with a small act of kindness, sometimes you can make such a big difference. What you see here is one of the slums that you see when you drive past from the Sea Link in Mumbai. It's called the Jafar Baba Colony. And as everyone commutes from one place to another, I was also commuting one day. Now, at that time, when I saw this huge slum on top of a mountain, I didn't see it as something that I looked once and then just looked away. As an artist, I saw it as a giant canvas. At that time, till I reached home, I was only thinking one thing, that when you look it from a distance, this is how it looks. But when you look closely, from my point of view, from my perspective as an artist, what it could become. And that is where I said, fine, I have an idea in my mind. I know it didn't come to me while I was talking to some people who would exchange ideas or sitting somewhere where I would think, oh, this idea has clicked my mind and, I have to do this. No, it just came while I was commuting. And that is where I thought, now, if I am imagining that this slum can be a huge, giant canvas like a rainbow, what would it be if I truly implement it? And that is where I entered the slum and started working with our buckets of colors. With few people, we entered and we started painting the homes. Now, when you paint the homes, initially we thought, okay, fine, we're just going to create some art, we're going to color the walls, and that's it. But then when you enter there, when you meet people there, जैसे कहते हैं ना, जब आप लोगों के बीच में बैठते हैं, उनकी प्रॉब्लम्स को सुनते हैं, उनके साथ समय बिताते हैं, तो आपको सही मायने में समझ आता है कि वहाँ की प्रॉब्लम्स क्या हैं, वहाँ पे उनकी स्ट्रगल्स क्या हैं, उनको किस चीज की जरूरत है, क्या उनको केवल रंगों की जरूरत थी कि उससे ज्यादा कुछ कर सकते हैं हम, जिससे उनकी लाइफ जो डे टू डे लाइफ है becomes little more easy and the struggle becomes less. As we started painting one by one, well, when I imagined it as a giant canvas, this is when I stopped and I looked. Then when an artist thought, let's start coloring, and we painted the entire slum, it started looking like this. And you saw the video. In that, one lady says, we felt seen. We got an identity. Itna saral, how easy it is sometimes to do something that could become so big. But for me, it was a life-changing experience. I must tell you, before this is 10 years back, and I'm taking you almost 24 years back. As an artist, I started my life with art. I did lots of exhibitions. I did lots of outdoor murals. I did a lot of art across the globe. I traveled, and creativity was something that always, something that I wanted to do. But when I was a child, and being a Fauji's kid, being an army officer's daughter, you travel to different parts of the country. Every 2 years, you're posted to a new town. And I always say, हमारे देश में एक स्टेट से दूसरे स्टेट में जाना is like a huge difference, huge change. It's like one country to another. आप कश्मीर से दिल्ली आ जाइए, दिल्ली से यूपी आ जाइए, असम चले जाइए, गुजरात, महाराष्ट्र, तेलंगाना, चेन्नई. Every state is so diverse. Every state is so beautiful and rich in culture. It teaches you so much. So when we traveled all across, there was so much to learn. And when I came to Mumbai, Maharashtra, I knew I was doing art, but people who know me, people who know our work, know that I love children. And when I was a child, I used to pray to God that God, मुझे हमेशा बच्चों से surrounded रखना. Whatever I do in life, I wanted to be surrounded by children because that would make me most happy. And during one of the art workshops, when I was giving art material to children, there were more than 300 children in one big hall in a school. One child just looked up with his big eyes looking at me and took the paper. When I gave him a pencil, he said, "What is this?" I asked him again. I said, "Take it." He said, "What is this?" When he said it for the third time, "Ma'am, ye kya hai?" I actually realized at that time कि उस बच्चे ने सही में पेंसिल नहीं देखी थी. बच्चे मस्ती करते हैं, नॉटी हैं, मजाक करते हैं. You know, it's very common, but that's what kids do. So पहले मुझे लगा बच्चा मजाक कर रहा है. लेकिन जब उस बच्चे ने सीरियसली तीसरी बार, चौथी बार ना कहा, तो मुझे समझ में आया कि ये बच्चा सही बोल रहा है. I sat there. I gave him the pencil. I gave him colors. He did the entire 2-day workshop, went back home. When I went back home, I went back home with a heavy heart and also feeling very unhappy because I had come across a child in a big city who had not seen a pencil. And today, if you ask me, I am so grateful that I had that experience in early 20s, because that is the day when I came back home. I spoke to my family. I asked them, this was something I couldn't believe had happened with me, that a child has not seen a pencil. I mean, pencil is very basic in everyone's life. And I looked up with both folded hands and I said, God, अब इसके बाद मुझे मेरी लाइफ में एक भी ऐसे बच्चे से नहीं मिलाना जिसने पेंसिल नहीं देखी. और मैं आज ये खुद से प्रॉमिस करती हूँ. I always believe you compete with yourself. You do things first to understand what you feel inside and what you want to do in life. So I said, today I'm promising myself that not just pencil, any child, children, kids in slums, villages, cities, wherever I go, I will make sure not just the pencil, they have completed their education till 12th grade. So that was the promise I made to myself. And that's where the journey started, from one area to another, to another, to another. And today, in 2026, when I stand here and I look back, and we have over, you can say, 1 million children, communities that we worked with across India, you feel that शायद उस दिन ऊपर वाले ने आपकी वो जो एक prayer थी, प्रार्थना थी, वो सुन ली. Being a woman, when you work in slums, work in villages, you see a lot of women who are going through difficult times and they want to do so much. So we started vocational training centers. We started skill training centers, because I've always felt that a woman is truly empowered when she is financially independent. When you have money in your bank, a girl, a woman, when they have money in their bank and they have the right to spend it the way they wanted, is something we can say they are truly empowered. And that is where women empowerment camps happened. That is where art workshops happened. But here, when we were coloring our slum, because we entered with the thought process of an artist that I'm going to color the whole slum and make it look like a giant canvas. But when you enter an area, you realize there is far more that you need to do. And that is when we started talking about waste segregation, toilet use, less use of plastic. आपको अपने बस्ती को गंदा क्यों रखना है? I mean, we do so many cleanliness drives, and I call some friends from outside, and they come and say, "अरे आपके slums तो बहुत साफ हैं." I said, this is a big compliment for us. You can live in a slum, you can live in a basti, you can live anywhere, but you can always have a mindset of cleanliness around you. It is very important, because when you live in a community like that, you don't have toilets in your house. You have to walk and then go to a community toilet. And when we told people, like we started doing community workshops, we started making them the ambassadors of their lane. And sometime, when we were doing a cleanliness drive in Rajasthan, one person walks up to me and says, कि मैम आपको लगता है एक बार सफाई करने से सफाई हो जाएगी? So I said, नहीं होगी. आप लोग यहाँ आज 20 लोग खड़े हो. आप में से अगर वो भी ये मैसेज स्वच्छता का, एजुकेशन का, विमेन एम्पावरमेंट का, जिसके लिए हम यहाँ हैं, लेके अपने आगे दूसरों तक पहुंचा देगा, वो आगे 20 की चेन बनाएगा, वो आगे और ज्यादा लोगों तक पहुंचाएगा, और ऐसे ही it will become a chain where it reaches the larger audience. When we started painting, kids started gathering around us. Now when you're there, now, I always believe that if you need to know about the problems which are there, you need to be on ground. So I was not there for a few days or few weeks. I was there for a few months. I lived there for a few months. And those few months were the most amazing months of my life. No institution, no international college, university can teach you what I learned there. I learned empathy. I learned humanity. I saw unconditional love, respect for each other. And that is where, one day a miracle happened. While we were painting this, one Maulana Saab walks up to me and says, "Ma'am, I have to ask you something." I said, "Tell me." He said, "We have a little masjid here. Would you paint it for me as per my liking?" I said, "Of course, why not?" And once we completed that and the entire slum was painted and colored, he came up to me and he said, "Ma'am, aapne Jafar Baba colony ko ek misal bana diya." And that is where the Misal Mumbai name was born. Aapne isko ek example bana diya. From standing at a distance to becoming our partner, it just took a little bit of listening, sitting with them, enjoying a samosa and a breakfast. I mean, after the third week, we didn't have to carry our dabbas. We didn't carry water. We didn't carry food. We were invited to a new home every day for a meal. Not just me, my entire team. And when we started telling them, "This is for you. I'm here for a few months, few years. After that, what? Till you are here, this is your home. And everyone has the right to live with dignity." We started holding art workshops. Kids started coming in. One group of us started talking to people, whether the kids are in school or not, if women want to work, what are we doing in future? Because once you're there, you realize you need more than just coloring. So we started holding back-to-back different workshops. And again, something beautiful was born from there. When I saw some kids, a big number of children, still not going to school, I was back-to-back thinking, what do I do where, they can be engaged? Because we had done something creative in different other slums. I painted few walls. There were few kids behind me. Second wall, few more. Third wall, there were more than 200 kids watching what's happening. And that is how creativity connects you to people. And that is how we got connected to so many children today. They started painting with us. They didn't want to just sit and, watch. They said, "Ma'am, can we paint?" And not every week. They said, "Can we do it every day?" And when that happened, I started commuting with them, not as a group, as one-on-one. Most of them were dropouts after 8th, 10th, 5th, 4th. And I was like, why not? And this is a decade ago. But if I tell you about 25 years back, it took me 2 years to do parent counseling. Something that I'll never forget. I asked somebody in the house, a parent, I said, "Why is your kid not in school?" An instant answer was, "Why do they need to go to school?" And I was like, great. We still have people with this thought process. From blocking the doors to pushing you away, to putting water on you, to putting garbage on you and saying, "Just leave." To today, my students completing PhD, sitting in Ireland, sitting in London, sitting in Middle East, Hong Kong, different parts of the country. So this is the power of art. And when we started painting those walls and kids started coming to learn, something unconventional was born, which is called the living textbooks, the living walls of textbook. And for that, I'm extremely grateful that I was awarded with the Global Teacher Prize 2026 by the Varkey Foundation in collaboration with UNESCO at the World Government Summit in Dubai. I always say teachers are not important. They are most important. And they are most important today. All the children sitting here, all the teachers sitting here, the audience sitting here. हम पढ़ के तो अपने teachers से ही आए हैं. Today I'm standing here. Who shaped my future? My teacher. You know, till I was in 4th grade, I didn't know how to speak in English. मुझे शर्म आती थी कि मुझे English बोलनी नहीं आती, because my father being in army, you're posted to different smaller places. एक बार suddenly from a small town, you're posted into South. Now in South, there are English medium schools. Army schools are English medium. So I started studying there. Now there, I couldn't cope up. And I told my father and my parents, I said, I do not want to go to school because I feel embarrassed and everybody is speaking in fluent English. And that is where my teacher, she held my hand and she said, you're a good student. It's very easy. Everybody is there to pull you down. But it's you yourself who will pull you up. You will always have challenges. You will always have problems in life. But that one idea that you think, which is out of the box, if I didn't think of painting this entire thing, which people saw from a distance and, you know, on their own started tweeting, started writing about it, would have not taken the shape of Misal India. Misal Mumbai became Misal India within less than a year. And why that happened? Because it was something that didn't just talk about color in the wall. It spoke about education. It spoke about empowering women. It spoke about waste management, toilet use, segregation, and why we need to keep our surrounding clean. Why it is important for children to go to school. So think out of the box and never wait for that boardroom to give you the idea that you want to execute. So go for it the minute you see it. So I want to leave you all with one question today. That next time you see a place which is not seen, which is not visible to a lot of people, would you ignore or would you act? Thank you so much.